Hey, Scrappin' Ames fans. I am back with my first YouTube hop for 2019 with a big group of wonderful crafty ladies this time around, some from last year and some new faces this time. So in my description box you will be able to find our list of the crafty peeps that are doing our YouTube hub this time, as well as the link to the next on the list, which is Farrel, I hope I said that right, Tailor, who is following on from me. So our theme for the YouTube hop is beautiful Australia. So what we find beautiful in Australia. So I have this perfect photo of my two girls with their aunt and my stepdaughter and my daughter eating ice cream by the beach side, basically, when we were away on holidays early last year. So what else makes Australia to me beautiful is some yummy ice cream by the beach on a hot summer's day. That's just perfect. So I'm going for a really mixed media layout here, and I'm using some gorgeous Aussie products here. So I'm using a Cocoa Vanilla Studio paper and some Flutter by Designs acrylic paint, and I'm starting with this gorgeous blue, and I have basically just spread it across the page and then I've got my paintbrush and just with lots of water on it and just watering it down as I'm brushing it across the paper, and then in spots have just really sort of pushed the paintbrush into the paper, if that makes sense, to get that bit of water onto it. It's just to get that drippy sort of melted look that you would get if you were dripping ice cream melting down your arm on a hot summer's day. So I just went with that, and I did the same thing with the yellow as well, and combine those, make that green colour. So then you've got your green and gold, I guess, of the Australian kind of colours that we go with when, you think of Aussies. So then I decided to, I went to go and put my photo just on the paper as you saw, but then I thought it needs a mat of some sort. So this is where I then decided to go with some papers, and I wasn't sure originally what I wanted. I just couldn't tell what it needed, so I started with a very colourful but with pops of white photo mat first for the paper, and this is an Amy Tan old paper pad. As you can see, I've cracked into it a little bit, and I'm just going to alternate between some solid sort of colours and not so solid, I guess you could say, as you'll see here. And I'm just going to layer it up a little bit just to give a sort of piece by piece, sort of thicker by thicker border around the paper, just to give it a little bit more, not border, sort of frame around it and around the mixed media, the paint as well. So as I said, I'm currently part of a YouTube hop that's happening over this weekend. So there is a fair few of us in this hop. Actually, let me double check. I can tell you exactly. There's, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of us, looks like. That's not including me. So 10 all of us all up doing this beautiful Australia YouTube hop. So jump on in, hop on in, I should say. And once you've watched my video, then you can go into my description box. It'll give a list. You'll see a list of everyone's videos in there, but you'll see a list specifically to the next person. And then you'll see if you've not done a YouTube hop before, then you go into the next person's description box, and it will have the person after them's link, and so forth and so forth and so forth, until you end up back at me as well. So it's a really great way to, I guess, get in touch with some other crafty people as well. As I said, not all of us are scrappers. There's some awesome off the page projects as well, not like there's some canvas ones and there's some altered tags and there's lots of different projects that are coming out as well. Like it's not just scrapbooking and card making and those sorts of things. So it's really, really awesome. So I definitely, take some time, hop around, have a good look, and see what's there. It's definitely for everyone, this hop. And you never know what something might inspire you to sort of go, right, well, what makes Australia beautiful to you? And jump on into our fan group, our Aussie YouTube fan group, and share if you are inspired to create something with the same theme. It would really be awesome to see what you create as well. So I've just added, for a little bit of softness and a bit of texture, a big doily behind my photo there as well. I just needed something else to break between the photo as well and the paint. And I saved you the painstakingly long process of adding my big title, which was Sweet Summer Yum. Again, using some Cocoa Vanilla alpha stickers. And I had to, this was something else I discovered because of the clear gesso, and it's quite grainy, this clear gesso. I don't use it very much, so it's always a bit of a new thing for me. I have to use glue to stick everything down to the background, or majority of the background anyway. So I had to, with the paint as well, with the alphas, I've had to use glue on there, like wet glue, and then the same with some of these sticker embellishments as well. So what I did was, in my stash, I have a few bits and pieces that are like summer related and those sorts of things, or these colors as well. So what I've done is I went through off camera and pulled all those things out of my embellishment stashes, just so I had them ready to use in case I might have wanted to. I knew I had a few Endless Summer ones from Cocoa Vanilla, the Cocoa Vanilla Studio line, so I definitely grabbed those out. And I knew I had these crepe paper ones lingering around that needed to be used, so I definitely wanted to use those up. And I wanted to use some of these things like the random caravan kind of things, so I chucked them on this one because, well, we were away, we were travelling, so why not? And for the most part, it is a lot of these little bright coloured puffy stickers I add to this, and at first that kind of bothered me. I was a bit like, is it a little bit too much? But because of the colours and the tones I think I've used, it did go okay. It does give that playful summer fun feel, and that was sort of what I wanted to get, that it's, summer fun. That's what makes our summers always, summer always brings out that fun feel, I think anyway. So that's what makes it beautiful too. So these were perfect for that in the end, I thought. It came together really, really well. I realised I'd built, excuse me, some clusters on this right hand side. I'd sort of built those two at the top and the bottom. So I did start to realise that I needed to think about some more bits and pieces on this left side a bit more, although looking at it now, it probably doesn't look too bad. But at the same time, it does look a little off. So as you can see here, I'm trying to figure out. I go with this this puffy sticker sheet I got given to me, has lots of little ice creams, so I decided to use them as my sprinkles. You'd use glitter or sequins or something like that or enamel dots as sprinkles, I guess you call them. I'm using these as that instead. And I cut this word out from a cut apart sheet from a previous kit. now just deciding what or how I was going to journal. I hadn't quite thought that through, and then realised that on the gesso I didn't know how well it would go because it is really grainy. So I decided I would use like a journaling tag or a sticker or something like that. And then remembered I had those little sticker pieces in my stash. So thought I'd start to try and use those up. And this was great for that because it didn't need a lot of, it didn't really need a lot of journaling much at all. What else am I looking for? Oh, I then realised I had too many little elements on the page. So lots of little sprinklings, really, lots of little puffy stickers, and that was sort of it. And it was bothering me. I felt like I needed something bigger, or a different sort of element to really go, pow, it's here kind of thing. It looks, looking from here now, looking at it through an editing screen, I'm like, yeah, you know what, that looked okay. It looked petite and pretty and fun, and that was fine. And I probably could have left it at that and called it a day. But for some reason, when I did this, I just wasn't okay with the simplicity, I guess, of what I had done. So I pull out these Charm Creations pieces and add them in, which I'm happy with. I'm cool with that. I just look at it now and go, yeah, I could have stopped. But, it's embellishing, and, why not? You can never have too many embellishment. Well, you probably could, but that's okay. For now, this one, I didn't. Alright, so I think I'm just about at the end of my layout. So as I said, hop along to everyone's videos. You won't regret it. It'll be great to chill out on the weekend and spend some time hopping along. We've come back with a great kickstart with some really new members to our little Aussie hop group. So yeah, definitely check everyone's out and check out the fan group. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.